My name is Sanjay Shah and I play the role of the Chief Operating Officer at Wadhwani Foundation. I'm based out of Bangalore, and while we are in 20 different countries, my current focus really is running two of the largest initiatives, Wadhwani Advantage and Wadhwani Entrepreneur, in India, Southeast Asia and Africa. We of course have a lot running in LATAM also, like Mr. Raje said, but my focus is currently in India, Southeast Asia and Africa. A big thank you to BCCI, its board and its members for having given us an opportunity to talk about what we do at the foundation to make a difference in the lives of the SMEs. Now at a very broad level, thanks for opening up the presentation. At a very broad level, the mission of the foundation is to accelerate economic development in emerging economies through large-scale family-sustaining jobs. And how do we really do this? We do this by creating jobs through entrepreneurship, innovation, and skills development, by changing lives through upskilling individuals to command family-sustaining wages, and of course by scaling impact through technology, networks, and partnerships globally. Now, like I said earlier, while we run several initiatives all over the world, today's session will be primarily focused on talking about Wadhwani Advantage program, and which is all about SMEs, and how we empower thousands of small and medium-sized businesses with capabilities to maximize their growth potential. Now, my colleague Samir Sathe, who Mr. Raje introduced, he's the EVP of the Wadhwani Advantage program, and we'll really talk to you about this in detail later today. In the meantime, what I wanted to sort of take up a couple minutes on is to sort of talk about some of the other initiatives that we also actually are aggressively leaning towards. And I'll take you through them very briefly. The first one, of course, is Wadhwani Global Opportunity. Here we empower millions of students with core and future job-ready skills to attain sustainable family wages. Today, we are already skilling more than 140,000 students. Perhaps this year we'll end up doing about 200,000 students and professionals in India alone. And this is for India alone numbers, to help bridge the gap that exists between what students learn in schools and colleges and what the industry really requires. The second program that we have is Wadhwani Entrepreneur. This program was popularly known as NEN, or National Entrepreneurship Network, which has now been christened as Wadhwani Entrepreneur, or WE. What WE does is it inspires, educates, and enables tens of thousands of startup entrepreneurs. And here again, we are working with close to 40,000 students in India alone through a very structured program to imbibe the culture of entrepreneurship in them and to help startups in their journey to growth and funding. Very similar to what we do for SMEs, we also do for the startup world. The third one, which is mentioned on this slide, is of course, Wadhwani Advantage, but I won't talk about that. The next one is Wadhwani Institute of Technology and Policy, popularly known as WITP, an initiative that we recently started about a couple years back. Here we help the government by leveraging emerging technologies and certain deep technologies for well-informed policy formulation, implementation, and outcomes and impact measurement. And finally, another initiative that we are about to launch and start is the Digital Public Health Institute, and which is also known as Wadhwani Institute for Digital Public Health. This is currently based out of the US, but it is a global platform for enabling digital transformation of public health organizations and programs to advance their speed, scale, impact to improve the lives of hundreds of millions. Now, all of these initiatives, of course, ride on top of a state-of-the-art technology platform that essentially automates these programs to drive them to scale.